Well, everyone, the iPhone 13 mini has been out for about 6 months now, and it's time for us to make somewhat of a follow-up review. This is not going to be anything crazy, it's going to be fairly quick, but I do want to kind of break down some, improvements that have happened, how this price has gone down in the used market, any updates pretty much there, and everyone's opinion on it. Now, first of all, the body obviously hasn't changed, it still is in the smaller form factor, but all of the leaks that we've been getting are stating that this may end up being probably one of the last small phones Apple is going to make. Besides the iPhone SE 3, this is probably going to be it. So because of that, we might as well cherish this iPhone, and also it kind of deserves like a legendary status if this truly is the last mini device that Apple's going to be making. Now, pricing wise, this thing is still selling for that same price as it was before, no price drops, but we have seen it gone down a little bit in the used market, probably around $100, so you can probably pick it up for around $600 in a lot of different places online. You can go on eBay, all these other places, but this thing is not like a Samsung device where they go down like half the price immediately. This thing will pretty much maintain its value for the next couple of months, and even when the next iPhones come out, this one's probably still going to be at a good price tag, or at least for resale value, because this is the last mini device. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, there has been a slight issue within the last few months of some display issues on these iPhone 13s. Now, it's just not with the iPhone 13 mini, it's with the 13s, 13 Pro and 13 Pro Maxes as far as I can tell. They've had this kind of like pink hue display issue. I'm not 100% too sure why this was even happening in the first place, but this hasn't really been addressed by Apple yet, which is very weird, but I'm assuming over time it's going to be fixed. So I think that's a really big thing to keep in mind. But so far right now, that's really the main issue that's been plaguing the mini series or the iPhone 13s in general. But the iPhone 12s also had a display issue, and I think when the iPhone 11s came out, I think they had a display issue at first. It seems like every iPhone has a display issue, but with the iPhone 13 series, it seems like this one's probably the bigger one when it comes down to it. Now, we've gotten a ton of software updates since this iPhone's first originated. We've gotten unlocking our iPhones without a mask, or with a mask for the most part. We've gotten the ability of hopefully repairing our iPhone. We don't know when that's officially going to be coming out. They said early this year. It still hasn't came out yet, but that's going to be coming for the iPhone 13 mini as well. And a lot of other cool things that will be happening in the future with iOS 16, 17, 18, and so on and so forth. And I think one of the biggest things that's been changing is the landscape with phones in general. Samsung and Google have been expanding their software longevity for the last couple of months, for the most part in the last 2 years. So because of that, I think these iPhone 13s, including the 13 mini, is probably going to have a much longer lifespan than a lot of people probably think, just because all these other manufacturers are also probably expanding their software. Now, performance has been solid as well. Nothing has really changed there either. It's been the same. It's been getting better, I would say, throughout time. And Apple has actually kind of been making some improvements in the stability of the software too with iOS 15. It's been kind of a roller coaster right now, to be completely honest. And I will say things are starting to kind of wind down a little bit. I'm assuming iOS 15.5 and 15.6 are going to be coming out, even though some people say iOS 15.4.1 may be one of the last versions of iOS for this, phone in terms of, iOS 15 updates. I really hope that's not the case. I hope this, software keeps going on before iOS 16. But so far, I will say the 13 series has been a really good ride on iOS 15. Out of all the iPhones, these devices have been, handling iOS 15 the best. And right now, since we're kind of on like a winding down type of situation, I would say the iPhone 13 mini is handling iOS 15.4.1 right now, and all the other versions of software fairly good as well, which is really good. Now, in terms of public opinion, the iPhone 13 mini has probably been the most beloved iPhone in the last few years, probably since the iPhone 11. A lot of people love this iPhone, and I've even been seeing a lot of Reddit posts about people explaining like why they love this phone, why they like the smaller size, how it's pretty much fixed everything with the 12 mini, but also how the 13 mini is doing some decent numbers in terms of sales. It's definitely not competing with the 13 or 13 Pro, or probably even the 13 Pro Max, to be honest, but the 13 mini is still doing a really good job when it comes down to sales. I'm sure it's so much better than the iPhone 12 mini, and because of that, Apple may end up making another mini lineup. I'm not 100% too sure, but I will definitely tell you, for the last few months, the 13 mini has done its, better job than not. I think that's probably the best way to put it. It's been a humongous, improvement from its predecessor. It's brought a lot to the table, and if this is the last mini iPhone, that's going to be pretty insane in my opinion. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this iPhone. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.